Morning, everyone. You might think of yourself as just selling physical products or items on eBay, but you're not just selling items, you're selling reliability. You're selling peace of mind, and nothing builds buyer confidence faster than a seller who's clear, consistent, and easy to trust. That's what great customer support strategies are all about, and today we're going to break that down in how you can deliver exceptional experience using tools and features that are available at your fingertips on eBay today. By the end of today's session, you're going to walk away with clear, actionable ways to boost buyer confidence and scale your business through smarter service and automation. Here's a quick glance at what we're going to cover in today's session to help you enhance buyer confidence through various customer support strategies. Let's start with a foundational truth. Providing an excellent customer experience is what keeps your buyers coming back. In this session, we're going to discuss how different customer support strategies can positively impact your eBay business. Online shopping expectations have shifted drastically in recent years. Today's buyers expect speed, transparency, and most of all, convenience. And this isn't just about being nice to your buyers, it's about business success. Every positive interaction builds confidence. So when we talk about boosting performance, we're really talking about delivering consistently excellent service to your customers. Let's take a look at why post-sale experience matters so much to buyers. Good service isn't just a nice to have, it builds confidence, reduces questions and refunds, and it brings your customers back. Your after-sales experience is a reflection of your brand. When you communicate clearly, you deliver quickly, and you respond kindly, it makes all the difference. Think about this. One great experience can turn a one-time buyer into a loyal, repeat customer. One poor experience can do the exact opposite. Now, instead of just hearing from myself on this topic, I did ask some of our expert account managers at eBay, some of who are available in the expo hall in the seller clinic session, if anyone does have one booked later today, for their top customer support strategies, which can really help raise the bar. These aren't just tips, they're core service signals that buyers look for, and these are very easy to implement. Providing great customer support before, during, and after the sale can build trust and loyalty with your customers. This in turn can lead to increased sales and business growth over time. Now, I'm going to pass over to my colleague Michael, who's going to cover seller standards.
Thank you, Emma. Hello, everybody, and thank you for coming today. Seller standards and performance help ensure a great experience across eBay. Monthly, your account is assessed based on transaction volume and service metrics. Sellers will fall into three main categories. Below standard, which is essentially needs improvement. Above standard, meeting the expectations, both of our buyers and on the platform. And then our top-rated sellers, where we're exceeding their expectations. As a top-rated seller, you can also qualify for what is called top-rated plus, which is a buyer confidence badge that can be applied to qualified listings. We'll talk about that a little bit more here in a moment. You are evaluated on your transaction volume, your defect rates, and how quickly you ship and resolve issues. These are more than just labels. They are what determine your search visibility, your eligibility for fee discounts, and your buyer-facing badges. As a top-rated seller, that top-rated plus badge that we're referring to there comes with additional benefits. So when you, as a top-rated seller, when you offer same or one-day business handling time and a 30-day or longer free return period with a money-back option, you can then qualify for what's called the top-rated plus discount, which is a 10% discount on your final value fees for those qualified transactions where those conditions are met. Top-rated sellers also enjoy a higher rank in best match and are eligible for perks like return label credits up to $6 and up to 50% deducted from the return for items that are returned in a non-similar condition that they were shipped out, a non-resellable condition. And most importantly, you build that confidence with your buyers. Here we're looking at what's called the transaction defect rate. And this is how we start the first set of measurements here. And you'll notice the two categories here: transactions canceled for being out of stock and cases closed without seller resolution. You'll see here how this breaks out, where we look at where we have a transaction defect rate of 2% or greater will push us into the below standard category, needs improvement. We'll continue to focus on work on improving those accounts. Accounts that maintain a 2% or less transaction defect rate will be in the category of above standard, and our top rated sellers will maintain a transaction defect rate of 0.5% or less. For low volume sellers or new sellers, we will also evaluate this looking at either 2 transactions or that 2% there, whichever benefits the seller for their classification, their seller level. You'll also notice that late shipment rate, anything above 3%, will prevent you from being considered a top-rated seller, but will not push you into below standard status. So, how do we maintain or improve our service level? Well, whether you're already a top-rated seller or whether you're working towards it, here are some of the best ways to stay ahead. First, state your returns and payment policies. Setting up customer-friendly business policies makes this even easier, and we'll cover that a little bit later in this presentation. Keeping your stock levels up to date. One of the worst experiences a buyer can have on eBay is to go through all the effort of finding an item that they love and that they want, only to find out later we have to cancel that transaction because we don't have the item or we're unable to get it out to them. We can keep our stock levels up to date using third-party tools, spreadsheets, or other tools that you may build there. And remember that automation is a great way to support this type of activity, especially if you sell on multiple platforms. But we also offer things like our magical listing tool, our bulk listing, and third-party providers also offer tools to help manage this. They can help you run your business more efficiently, and you can think of these as service hygiene. So when you get the basics right consistently, your metrics will take care of themselves. As Emma was saying, what happens after the sale is just as important as what happens before the sale. Here are some tips that can make a big post-impact sale. First, make sure you upload your tracking information and that you upload it quickly. It's the first way that you build confidence with the buyer. It keeps them informed, and it reduces any buyer-related stress or any delivery-related messages that you might receive if you don't upload your tracking information. And second, whether it's a refund or responding to a customer, make sure you're responding as quickly as you can, reasonably, but especially with things like refunds, we want to make sure we're taking care of that buyer quickly. Again, it's a great way to make sure that we're meeting the expectations and those promises that we make to our buyers. Well, seller standards play a crucial role in enhancing our buyer confidence by setting those clear expectations for service quality. They act as a powerful customer support strategy by promoting fast, reliable, and consistent experiences. And now back to Emma.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, let's talk automation, your business's best friend. Business policies let you set up templates for payment, shipping, and returns. That way, every new listing is consistent, fast to create, and easy to manage. For anyone who doesn't know, business policies can be utilized in various ways, as you can see on the screen. You can let buyers know how they can pay you, how long it'll take for you to ship an item, the delivery services you offer, and also what your return timeframes are. Rather than setting your preferences in these areas on a listing-by-listing basis, which can be quite manual, you can streamline the process by creating business policy templates. These templates can easily be applied when creating new listings or even if you're updating existing listings. Let's talk about the real payoff of using business policies and automating how you use these. First, you can boost buyer confidence. Clear, reliable policies signal to customers that you're professional and trustworthy. Secondly, you can streamline your operations. With templates for shipping, payment, and returns, you reduce repetitive tasks and it also helps avoid errors. And finally, you gain flexibility. Not every item needs the exact same policy, so you can tailor terms based on what you're selling if you're selling a range of products, whether it's a fragile collectible or perhaps a heavy-duty tool. Here's an example of what the overview page of business policies look like, which is available through your My eBay. Here's another example of a shipping policy and what that looks like if you want to create or set up or even edit an existing shipping policy. And here's the same for what the return policy interface looks like. Next, seller offers. Seller offers allow you to target customers who have shown an interest in your items. With seller offers, you can be proactive instead of reactive. Most buyers come to eBay to get the best deal, and seller offers is exactly a tool which can help enable you to deliver on that value to your buyers. Quick pause for a moment. Hands up, who has used seller offers? Oh, wow. Love that. Love to see it. For the live stream, there's a lot of hands. Okay, great. Hands up for those who have used seller offers. Who knew you could automatically send offers? Oh, very good. Okay, not bad, not bad. A key theme here is working smarter and not harder. Within seller offers, you have the ability to automate these offers, which means you stay responsive without lifting a finger. You can set up rules by category, price, or even item condition, and then let the system do the work for you while you can focus on other parts of your business. By making use of automation wherever it's possible across running your eBay business, you can save time and minimize manual tasks and workload. Again, this will allow you to focus on other key parts of your eBay business. Now, we've deep dived into some specific tools which can be used to support automation, such as business policies and seller offers. However, there's way more available than we can cover here today, and a lot of these tools and features are available in Seller Hub. For example, some of these are automated feedback. This allows you to automatically leave feedback when a buyer pays. Automated returns approval. You can set this up under your order tabs in the returns preferences. Sale events. You can plan ahead of time, and eBay will launch and end the sale event for you automatically based on the preferred dates you input. And volume pricing and discounts is another tool. Once this is set up, it's fully automated. No code, no message, no confusion. Now, I'm going to hand over to my colleague Melissa, who's going to take you through the next section.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I know if you're attending this session, this means that you care about your customers, you care about growing your eBay business, and I'm just so thrilled to have you all here today, either attending in person or at home. And I want to give a quick shout out to a friend, Stephanie, who is a seller who I've spoken to about some of these features that I'm going to be reviewing. So today you might have heard over the course of this sessions around 2 messaging features, and I'm going to be reviewing a little bit about what they are and why they're important. All right, so I think you all know why messaging is important, but a little bit on the data that we love to share is that when a prospective buyer reaches out to you, a seller, they are more likely to purchase from you. And then moreover, if you respond faster, that chance increases. And then if you add an offer right after a message, that the chance that they're going to accept your offer goes up by 15 times. So my goal here today is to go through some tools on how to make it easier for you to respond faster and to close the deal. So let's start with offers. The first point of data is that a lot of pre-transaction conversations are around price negotiations. And that kind of makes sense, right? The best negotiation, you're having a conversation, whether it's a buyer reaching out to you about a handbag purchase, or if you're like me, trying to negotiate bedtime with your toddler. The best negotiation and the most effective is when there's a conversation. So this brings us to the topic of offers in messaging. It's going to do a few things for you. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to allow you and your buyers to send offers and to respond to offers directly in the message thread. The other thing it's going to do is you're going to be able to see the offer history. And I know that's key here, being able to see everything that's happened back and forth, especially when Emma asked you all if you use the automated offer features. Now when a buyer messages you, you'll be able to see that offer history. And when I spoke to my seller friend, Stephanie, she said a big hallelujah, because that was something she was so excited about, to be able to not lowball herself and to be able to make the right decision. So let's go through how it works. So firstly, when an item qualifies for an offer, you'll see the send offer in messaging. You can follow all the prompts, and then once you've submitted your offer, you'll be able to see that information directly in messaging. You'll also see the price and the expiration time. Then the buyer can respond to your offer. We wanted to make it just easy for your buyer to just take action right away. They'll be able to hit view offer and then follow the prompts, and hopefully they accept it and you see that nice green icon. On the flip side, you're also able to see that come through, whether it's a freshening offer or a counter offer. If you've enabled it, you'll be able to take the best action, and then you can also see some of the offer history there of like the back and forth that may have happened. So this is just another way to handle offers, and this really supplements the experience. Ooh, that was a loud boom for those at home. And we're not removing any added functionality that you currently use to make offers. We're just making it easier. We're making it easier than trying to find a room in Las Vegas. So that's our goal, is to make things very streamlined and easy for you, so you're able to take action. The other thing I want to kind of point out is, now that it's in your message thread, you can use messaging as a sales tool to like complement that offer and really like drive that sale and close the deal. So this is here for you to use and leverage, and we hope you can take advantage of that high offer acceptance rate that we see. All right, so switching gears a little bit around responding faster. We know that having to respond to every single message takes time. And the worst part is when a buyer reaches out to you about a question that's on even your title or the first line of your listing. You've worked so hard to put in all that information, and that information is somewhere on eBay, whether it's in your listing or your order details. We already know that information, so we want to make it easier for you to respond faster. So this is one of the big features we've announced at eBay Open, but I want to show you how it works. It's a new automation tool that allows you to leverage suggested replies to send to your buyers. So let me show you how that works. Today, you might get a question like this that is already available in your listing. Instead of having to go in and try to like put in the right information or even type up, look at the listing, please. You can actually go in and you'll see the response right there. This information comes directly from your listing or order information. It's information that we're confident we can respond. And so you'll see this, and then what you can do is hit edit and send. This brings it right into your message input field where you can send directly or just edit it to fit whatever else you want to include. The reply is sent directly from you. This is an assistant. It's helping you respond. And then if for some reason or another you didn't like the response, you can hit dismiss, and we'd love to get your feedback on how to improve it. We're constantly improving the replies, so your feedback really matters to us. All right, so some key points about this is all within your control. You have the option if you want to enable this feature. You might have seen a prompt to allow you to turn it on. If you haven't seen that prompt yet, it's coming by tomorrow, so look out for it. And if you're like me and you like dismiss every pop-up, you can go into your messaging inbox, hit the settings icon and turn it on or turn it off at any point. So it's all within your control. And then, like I mentioned, you have the choice of whether or not you want to use that response or not. So it truly is meant to be your assistant to help you respond faster and capture those sales. So I'd like to encourage you today to try the offers and messaging feature to help close the deal, or enable the AI assistant by tomorrow to respond to your messages faster and really capture the sales and improve your customer experience. So thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed talking to each one of you. You are the inspiration for what we do at eBay. Thank you for joining us, and I'm going to hand it over to Emma to close us out.
Thank you. Great, thank you, Melissa. So let's wrap things up before we dive into our Q&A. We're going to pull everything together that we've covered into a single clear takeaway. Customer experience is at the heart of a successful eBay business. And what you've seen today is that using automation as a customer support strategy is not about replacing personal service. It's about making it easier, faster, and more consistent for you to deliver great service at scale. And if there's one or two things that we would like you to take away from today, it's this. Every automation that we've shown, be it some of the new cool features that are coming through the messaging system or business policies, seller offers, it shows that that supports the buyer experience. It frees up your time to grow your eBay business, not just to run it.